Hey guys, it's Kimberly, and in a second I'm going to take you into my kitchen. But first I want to talk about why I'll be doing what I'm going to be doing in my kitchen, because I had to edit that out of the video because that was way too chatty. So beans, seeds, nuts, grains, they contain what's called phytic acid, which is a mineral absorption blocker. It essentially grabs hold of any good nutrients in your food that you're eating, and it binds to it, and then it takes it with it. So your body is not able to absorb those minerals and nutrients that it needs. Therefore, if you have a diet that is too high in phytic acid, you can actually end up with mineral deficiencies, which obviously are not ideal for your health. It can also actually end up lowering your metabolism. So there's a few ways that you can help to break down the phytic acid, and one of them is by soaking your nuts, grains, seeds, beans, etc. So the goal is to break it down enough to a level that is, healthy for your body, and you will be able to continue absorbing all the nutrients that you need from your food. And the whole point of eating whole, healthy food in the first place. I'm going to show you how I soak our almonds and our steel oats, which I have to say it's Thursday and the almonds are not soaking, which means I've been super lazy about it this week, and I have not planned ahead. And our oats, I'm hoping that by making this video it will remind me how important it is, and I will get back to doing this. So oats you can either do for 12 to 24 hours. Almonds are about 12 hours, and then I usually do our cashews as well, but that's a much shorter amount of time, so we're not going to do that today, or I'll have mushy cashews by the time I'm trying to roast everything. And our family eats them every morning, and there is a fair amount of us who eat them. And so I usually cook about 1.5 to 2 cups of oats every morning, of steel cut oats. I'm going to soak maybe double that, and when you soak them you end up only needing actually a little bit less because they really swell up. So that'll hopefully, if I do 4 cups, I'm hoping that's going to get us almost 3 days worth. My husband's not as big of an oat fan as I am, and I am trying to eat a little bit less of them in the mornings. So we'll see. So there is roughly 4 cups, and I just put it into a glass bowl, and that is sort of a lot, and I probably should have got a bigger bowl, but we're going to go with it anyway. And you take your hot water and pour it in. So the heat is part of what helps break down the phytic acid. I definitely should have got a bigger bowl. Okay, heat is what helps break down the phytic acid, as well as the really important thing when you're doing oats is you need an acidic medium. My favorite is apple cider vinegar. So with oats, it's about a tablespoon, but I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. A little more, a little less, whatever. And so the acidic medium will also help to break that down. I'm going to let it soak until tomorrow morning, and then I will rinse it off and pop it back into that very same pot that I had my water boiling in, and I'll cover it with maybe like a centimeter of water. Above the top of it, and bring it to a boil, add a little pat of butter, turn it down to medium. I use a stainless steel pot, so you have to stir it all the time or it gets really cooked in, but turn it down to medium and then just keep watching it until it looks your desired consistency. And that is what we eat pretty much every morning. We have eggs and steel oats, and we put some real maple syrup and some chia seed and cinnamon in our oats, and then my husband and my children also have almond butter, and there's a lot, and I throw mine in every once in a while when I want a treat. So hopefully that can help you with some oats. Almonds are just a little bit different. Instead of the apple cider vinegar, you need to add salt to them, and that is actually something that I just learned today as I was going, I better figure out what I'm actually supposed to be doing as I make this video, and reminding myself. So I'm going to pour a little bit more of filtered water into my pot here, because I used a lot for those oats because I put so many in there. And I'll bring that up to a boil. And almonds, same thing. You want to break down the phytic acid. So part of what happens if you have too much phytic acid in your body and it's blocking that absorption, it can be, one of the biggest things is it's really hard on your intestinal tract. It's really hard on your gut lining, and it also can cause cavities. And so the amount of nuts and oats that we eat in our family, it's really important that I remember to get this done. Because I want us to be healthy, and I want us to actually benefit from all the healthy food that I purchase for us. While that's heating up, with the salt that you're going to add to your nuts, you do 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt, and you don't want to do just table salt, not iodized salt. You want good quality sea salt. And the difference between sea salt, good quality, go for like Himalayan or Hawaiian, Celtic sea salt. Those are all going to be really good choices. The difference is that it contains minerals, and it doesn't have any additives and chemicals, and and a lot of salts even have sugar added to them, which is crazy, or caking agents like preservatives and things. So just pay attention, be mindful about what kind of salt you're using, and yeah, so that is that. So I'm going to get my salt in, since our water is slowly boiling over there because I put it on the wrong burner. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon because I don't have a ton of nuts in here, and I don't want them to end up super duper salty. Normally, until today, I've actually been putting apple cider vinegar in this very same way that I was doing the oats, and I actually really like the flavor, but we'll go with salt today and see what that's like, since that is apparently the healthier choice. Yay for learning! So I'm going to let these soak until tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow during the day I will pour them through a strainer, rinse them really well, and then pat them dry, and I'll put them on parchment on a cookie sheet and pop them in the oven at like 200 or so, and just let them roast for at least 12 hours. It'll probably be until I go to bed, and if they're not really crunchy and crispy like I like them at that point, then I'll just turn it down a little lower, and I'll leave them until morning. And they're so crunchy and good, and they are good for you. So now my water is heating up. So I'm just gonna pour it in. Ta-da! And there you have it.